Hey guys, I'm back again, but don't worry, I'm not here to haunt you. So this week on NFI, we're talking about Halloween.
The nerd fighters!
When I thought of Halloween, I don't really do anything around Halloween. I think most people, especially around my age now, are getting more into sort of fancy dress parties and that sort of thing. And I have to say that's probably one of my favourite things about Halloween, because it definitely feels like one of the times of year where people get really creative with how they dress and the sort of creatures and outfits and that sort of thing that they portray. But the other main thing I absolutely love about Halloween is the fact that, especially in history, it sort of made us think about topics that are a lot harder to think about, like the afterlife and that sort of thing. And I think that's really, really linked to paganism, that sort of thing, though I could be completely wrong, so feel free to correct me if you know anything more, because I don't know anything at all. But I really like the idea that, especially through media and films and that sort of thing, we really like exploring the idea of the afterlife, and the idea that or I think it sort of explores the fact that obviously we don't know what happens when people die, and therefore we like to draw on all of these unknowns to make stories and to sort of delve into our fears. And that's something I really, really like about Halloween. I think most of it is through books and films and religion, and it really explores different interpretations of what actually happens, I guess. But I think also, even if you look at the creatures that we depict ourselves as, so even like traditional like vampires and werewolves and that sort of thing, it explores sides of us that we don't necessarily want to delve into that much on a day-to-day basis. And that's something I really like about Halloween, because it makes us think about things that are really hard to think about by sort of extrapolating them and making them, you know, even more grotesque than they might be in a normal situation. Because I don't think any of us really know any vampires on a day-to-day basis, do we? But it gives us the opportunity to delve in, and that's really, really cool. But having said that, compared to other more commercialised holidays, I really don't think it has as much depth among like the wider public. And like, because I'm going to compare it to, I think you can compare it to like Easter and Christmas, for example. And obviously they're both really, really tightly linked with Christianity. Because Christianity is a bit more widespread than paganism, which is where I'm assuming the Halloween sort of history sort of comes from. But as Christianity is a lot more widespread, it feels that although Christmas and Easter can be very, very commercialised, it doesn't necessarily feel like we've lost all of the meaning of it. I think what most people don't like about Halloween and other holidays in the day like Christmas and Easter is the fact that they get so commercialised that it really just becomes more about the more superficial sort of fun sides of it, I guess. I mean, if you look at Christmas, I mean, most people experience Christmas as a very expensive time of year, and it sort of loses its meaning in a way. Though I think through holidays and that sort of thing, we definitely have a lot more. We've definitely moulded a new meaning for it, especially as most people are, you know, moving away from traditional religion. So I think the same sort of thing has happened with Halloween, but I don't think as many people are invested in it, and most people just use it like it is very much a very sort of selfish time of year in a way, if you like. You know, you don't necessarily do much for other people during this time of year. So even like, I think the one thing I do like is obviously like a lot of people like to knock down like Halloween parties and that sort of thing. But I really think if you're comfortable with it and you're happy with what you're doing, and you know, it's just an opportunity to spend time with friends, then why not? It really is up to you, and I don't think anyone can take that away from you. But I do think it's, compared to other holidays, we don't really gain that much more out of it as a community, though I do have to say that especially that Halloween, perhaps compared to other times of year, does create better stories, like, especially through films and through books and through other media in general. Like we've really gone, we stretch out that further mile, and we really delve into things that we wouldn't otherwise talk about. And I think in that way Halloween is absolutely absolutely awesome compared to other times of year. So yeah, that's mainly what I think about Halloween and that kind of thing. I don't really do anything for Halloween. I don't think I've ever done, like I've never even gone trick-or-treating or anything, and I don't really think that's a crime. I mean, I still have my teeth. I don't think everyone can say that. No, that's terrible. Yeah, no, don't listen to me. But yeah, I think especially just do what you want to do and experience things and really delve into, just really delve into everything and, experience it on as many levels as possible, whether that be on a social level or more, sort of looking into your fears sort of level. You can take it any way you want to, and I think that's the best part about Halloween. Thank you so much for having me here on NFI again, and Pat, we'll see you tomorrow on Halloween. Bye guys.